Niggas don't even be shouting out that girl on they stage shit. It's for Carolina girls across the world. Hey, drop down to the floor, make the booty twirl. Check. You need a girl from the south to fall in love. Check. You need a girl from the south to fall in love. Hey, I know, hey, I know, you got the world in your hands now. Don't let them tear you down. You got the world. You can have anybody if you want to. You can have anybody if you want to. You can drive a Ferrari if you want to. You can buy a Ferrari, I'm saying, you know that I know. Baby, you got the world. Vibe with me. You flew your fine ass out just to vibe with me. We in the 305, just leaving out at 305. Miami. Look, it's for Carolina girls across the world. Drop down to the floor, make the booty twirl. Shit, I ain't judging. I know the way your nigga did you was.
And then there's 10% who do and they don't want the other 85%. I think everyone is sent here on a mission to find themselves and find out what their purpose is and to fulfill it. There's fate and there's destiny. You know what I'm saying? It's like fate happens and destiny is what you choose for yourself. So if you set a goal and you follow the path, you know, that it takes to get to your final destiny, then you may be able to get there if you can recognize the distractions, you know, that you may run into along the way.
And that super dope track right there is called World by my boy 8BALLKAINE. I brought it back. That's a user's choice. A lot of users told me, hey man, you need to bring your intro back. 8BALLKAINE dope. No disrespect to Tony and no disrespect to 8BALLKAINE's other track. But it's called World by 8BALLKAINE once again. I'm your favorite host. No, I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to say that for the real intro. But thank you for tuning in. It's Mo Williams. It's the Give 'Em Mo podcast. AKA Mr. Sexy Voice, that's what they call me now. So I'm just playing, don't pay me no attention. But thank you for tuning in. This is another episode. This is a bonus episode. I did this just because people love this so much. And I was asked to do it. You know, I'm doing this at the last minute. I normally do stuff ahead of time. Somebody put me on the spot and said, man, you should do an extra episode for people. The people out there, your fans, the people supporting you. So I decided to do one. Hope everybody had a blessed Thanksgiving. Hope everybody's doing good. And here's your episode. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Mo Williams tuning in, and this is the Give 'Em Mo podcast. And you know my slogan by now. It's your favorite host doing the most, and you know I love to boast. And this is a special episode. It's been a lot of great support, and I decided to do a bonus episode. No, this is not a part of season one. It's like an album when they release bonus content, except for this album not finished. I'm just giving you something special. A couple of weeks early than anticipated, but I felt like with all the support coming and everybody tuning in and giving me praise and even critiquing me, my mother, my biggest critic. But today I wanted to do an episode of something I think that we mostly overlook, and that's being thankful. And in being thankful, I mean taking your time to really pay attention to what you should be thankful for. I know a lot of us have dreams and aspirations. Some people want 4-bedroom houses. Some people got aspirations of 10-bedroom houses. But are you thankful for what you got now? It's like what J. Cole said. Ain't no such thing as a life that's greater than yours. So do you love what's in your life? Are you thankful for what you have? I know a lot of people heard episode 3. Excuse me. I was told that I sounded like I had low energy, and the reason why was because, quick story. The reason why was because I made an episode on feeling like I was enough, but to be honest, I really didn't feel like I was enough. And like I said, that episode was recorded on 10/17, and this was like a month before the podcast even came out. So while recording it, in the back of my head, I'm just thinking to myself, will people really tune in? Will people really listen to me? And I had a lot of thoughts on my mind, but I wanted to get the content made, so I didn't have to rush to get things done. So I'm not going to say I did it half-heartedly, but I was thinking a little bit too much instead of just letting it flow. But now, it shouldn't have took me to see it come into form to be thankful. Sometimes you got to be thankful for where you at. A lot of times you got to be thankful for where you at. So while I was in the building stage and I was putting things on my dry erase board and looking at it every day, visualizing the episodes and what I was going to do and what I was trying to accomplish, I should have been thankful. While I was being told by my friends and family that no matter what, they was going to support me and just keep pushing and keep doing your thing, I should have been thankful, but I wasn't. And I think a lot of times we're not thankful for what we have. You can have a car that works perfectly fine. No, it's not a Maserati. No, it's not a Lamborghini. But there's nothing wrong with driving a Honda or a Jeep or a Nissan. You don't have to have a Mercedes or a BMW. If you do, that's nice. If you don't, and that's what you want, be thankful for what you got. This will get you from point A to point B, because that is what's going to upgrade you to what you're going to get next. See, being thankful is about understanding the upgrades. Okay, there's nothing wrong with the house you stay in, even if it's accompanied by a lot of people, because there's somebody sleeping on the ground. I really need you to understand that there is someone on Thanksgiving when you with your family and you're looking at your family members and y'all don't necessarily get along, but they're there still in support. There's people who doesn't have that. But here's the even crazier part. There's someone sleeping on the ground. There's someone that's not celebrating Thanksgiving, and that person probably still 9 times out of 10 may be happier than you, because they're thankful. They appreciate where they're at, and they trust their process. Why you think when they said the only way to escape the matrix is to be homeless? If you never heard that before, a lot of people said if you want to escape this matrix of waking up and working and this and that, it's not becoming rich. It's actually being homeless. Because in becoming rich, you have to be thankful for when you wasn't rich. If you was born rich, you're going to be humbled by life, the simple things in life. If you wasn't born with rich and you come across money, the money is going to humble you, because you might lose it, or you might put yourself in the position where you lose people that you need. Because see, when we become successful, we 9 times out of 10, we talk about the haters and the people that want our money and this and that, but we don't talk about the people who got the money and got rid of people that they needed in their life. That happens more than getting rich and having to cut off bad people. Because sometimes, and you hear a lot of people say it, money don't change people. It only amplifies who they were. If he was cocky when he was broke, what you think he's going to be when he rich? I don't think Floyd Mayweather just gained the attitude of being flashy. I think before Floyd Mayweather had it, he had an idea of how he wanted to live, and when he got that money, it just amplified what he wanted to do. He got garages with 20 Maybachs in it, and he don't even call them cars. He call them toys. You don't have to live like that to be thankful. But he must be doing something right, because they say karma reaches everybody. Well, he hasn't lost everything yet, so he must got some type of good karma. But you really have to sit down and be thankful when you it's gonna come to you after Thanksgiving, of course. I understand everyone wants to sit down and be with their family. You not necessarily want to listen to an episode of the Give 'em More podcast. But like I said, this is a gym podcast. I want you to, when you listen to this, I want you to think about if you was unhappy or if you felt like you didn't have enough or something, that just by sitting with those individuals in your family or whoever you celebrate with, that you should be thankful for that. You should be thankful just to be alive. But see, we want to complain so much that being thankful is the last thing on our mind. Oh, I want a better job. Well, my mama taught me early in life that no matter what job you get, you're going to be unhappy about something. Only like 5% of the people go to work and everything works out perfectly. Even the CEO doesn't like his job some days, but he like the money that he bringing in. But you don't want them $1 million problems. We all want $1 million, don't want $1 million problems. But I wanted to say, you hear people say more money, more problems. I wanted to say more money, no problems. Because I haven't had money my whole life. Money in millions. So I understand it come with more problems. But really, if you really reach that point where you're financially free, nothing should bother you, especially if you come from the bottom and you come from low incomes and you had to make it off check to check and minimum wage and stuff like that. If that's what you come from and you learn how to make it through that, when you get some money, I'm telling you, you might blow it in the beginning. Don't get me wrong, you might blow it in the beginning. But if you can hold on to it just long enough to sustain wealth, I promise you, everyday problems and situations won't bother you. So see, you got to be thankful for the bottom, just like you got to be thankful for the ups in life. Okay? You can't appreciate the greater things in life if you've never appreciated the things that was less in life. Because see, where I'm from and where I live at now is two different places. I'm from Dillon, South Carolina. I may have alluded to that times before. And when I live in Charlotte now, so only a few people know where Dillon at. And those people normally say, hey, I pass by there to go to the beach. Or maybe a few of them been to south of the border. And that doesn't bother me. I never left Dillon with the mindset that I was going to hide that I was from Dillon. That's never been my mindset. And that should never be your mindset. Be thankful where you come from, because see, living that quote-unquote simple life taught me how to appreciate simple things. Because, see, I don't know what type of person I would be if I was born in New York. I'd be totally different if I was born in Cali or somewhere else. I probably have a different mindset. And there's nothing wrong with those places. I never lived there. So I don't know what type of person it would have turned me into. But I'm from the country. I'm from Dillon County. And these cities, Dillon, Ladder, Lakeview, they matter. They matter. There's important people there as well. Your next big thing could be coming from there. But see, they teach us that they teach us early that our chances are small. But I'm thankful for those small chances because I made it out. And just making it out is making it. No, I didn't need a lot of money. I made it out and sustained a living in Charlotte. I made it. That's how I feel. Now, other people may feel differently. When I first graduated, I used to be like, man, I'm not doing this and doing that. But now that I'm mature, I'll be like, yeah, I definitely try that. If it put me in a good position, I'll try it. Because I'm thankful. I've been humbled time and time again. And if you're not thankful, your level of becoming humble greatens. You reach more levels of karma in life when you decide not to embrace what you have in life. Like I say, there can be a person making $100,000 a year chasing $500,000, and they can be less happier than the person that's making 40, 50, 60, 70. Because some people never made $1 million combined in their life. Never made $500,000 combined in their life. But they understood how to enjoy the simple things in life. So I really want everybody who's tuning in, everybody who's listening. I don't know if I'm going to be with you long on this episode, but we're going to keep going. I really need everybody who's tuning in, everybody who's listening to really sit back and think. Really get in that room by yourself and think, what should I be thankful for that I'm not even thankful for? Okay. What should you be thankful for? And I'm going to pause. I paused in there because I really want you to think. I wasn't always thankful for what I got. I used to hate when somebody called me spoiled until I got older. And I realized that just by asking your parents to stop and go to McDonald's when you little, you don't really think about it. But when you get older and you have weeks where when you're young and you blowing your money and you have weeks where you ain't got no money, let somebody ask you to take them to McDonald's and buy them something. You ain't got no money. You're going to be the most irritated person in the world. But see, when I was a kid, I was like, my mama got it. She rich. I didn't know that my mama had to plan and put things in and write things out and plan ahead of time just to make sure that I got everything I wanted. Because you got to understand, when I was little, man, I was spoiled, super spoiled. Every day I came home, I knew at least 3 or 4 times a week when I got home from school, as elementary, middle school, and most of high school, that when I looked home, when I opened my room door and I looked at the bed, it was going to be something there. I knew that. I knew it. I mean, my mama brought me a car and put it in the yard, and I didn't even have a permit, and told me, and I quote, if you want to drive this car, you better learn how to drive. Man, that's a funny story. She tried to teach me herself. It was a mess. I thought she was going to fall through the window. I didn't think I was doing that bad, but apparently I was horrible. That's what she said, but she overreacts. My mama did a lot of things for me, and mama, I know you're going to be one of the first person to listen to this. I need you to understand that it wasn't that I was ungrateful. I appreciated everything, but I had received so many gifts at a young age that I didn't know how to receive gifts. I'm 25 years old. I just learned how to receive gifts a couple months ago. I don't think I understand how hard it is. I just learned how to receive praise a few months ago. I just learned how to say thank you and appreciate stuff in the proper way a few months ago. I've been on this planet for 25 years. It is okay. But see, when I got older, I think when I got older, my mama thought I was selfish. No, I was trying to be like her, just to the wrong people. Because a lot of people think if you spoil a child, they become selfish. Well, you got 2 paths. You can turn a spoiled person into a spoiler. And I think that's what happened to me. I was willing to give it because I felt like I was going to get it back. I felt like, but I'm thankful for all of that. I can't count the amount of money that I gave away, but I can count the blessings that I got. I can't count the blessings either. I lied. I can't count the blessings that I received, because a lot of people think blessings come in the form of, physical things all the time. You can be about to fall asleep on the road and somebody blow a horn and wake you up and raise your awareness. Are you thankful for that? Because you didn't wreck and you didn't fall asleep. It reactivated your brain. I know everybody know what I'm talking about. I know if you drove long enough that you had them nights where you just wanted to doze off and something happened that scared you and woke you right up. But I really want people to learn how to be thankful, because it is okay. Like, a lot of these topics I touch on, it is okay. You are not the only one. You are not the only one. I haven't always been thankful because I didn't know how to express it. I have a very nonchalant personality. I act like nothing bothers me, but I care about the most. And I believe the reason why my personality was so nonchalant was because I cared so much. I needed people to think that I was just untouchable. Like, what they say didn't bother me. But I realized that made me less human, because being a human, you're supposed to experience emotion. You're supposed to. Even the most unemotional person probably has the most emotions. You're not going to meet many people that's just that cold-hearted. Yeah, they might be at that point where they cut people off, but guess what? They probably went through something that turned them into that person. They probably learn how to dumb down their responses to stuff so that nothing hurts them. Well, I want you to be thankful for everything. If you got your heart broken, be thankful they taught you a lesson. If you got your feelings hurt, be thankful they taught you a lesson. If somebody stole something for you, be thankful you need to be more careful. If somebody did something wrong to you, be thankful you need to do better. You need to put yourself in better situations. Be thankful for all of that. I'm not here to teach you to be wise. I'm here to teach you to be thankful in your creative processes, because if you're not thankful from the beginning, when you start getting stuff, you're never going to be thankful for it. Be thankful, We think about Thanksgiving. We think it's a day of eating. We think about Black Friday. We think it's a day to go out and spend money. We think of Cyber Monday. We think it's a day to spend money online. But if I start telling you that Black Friday was when, never mind, I ain't going to tell you that. Actually, I am. When I start telling you that in Charleston years ago, that Black Friday was when they sold the slaves for cheap, then you'll look at me like I'm crazy. But that's what Black Friday was. No, I'm not going on that path, but be thankful you're not on the slave block right now. And that's any color. Because don't get it twisted. Every race on this planet has been a slave at some point. Be thankful that your people fought for you not to go through that anymore. That's what you should be thankful for. Don't be upset because your family can't get you J's. Don't be upset because you can't get yourself J's all the time, or you can't get the car you want right away. Trust me, if it's meant for you, it's going to come for you. And I'm saying it a lot, but I got to beat it in your head. Be thankful for the Honda Accord. Because if you don't appreciate the Honda Accord, how you going to appreciate the Bentley truck? How you going to appreciate the Bentiaga? How you going to appreciate that? Fortunately at my job, I'm allowed to be around a lot of millionaires. A lot of people that own companies, they made millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands in their life. And when I tell you, at my job, these are some of the nicest people in the building. Now, you can meet somebody that they paying that has the worst attitude in the world. It's owners of companies there that smile every single day. Meanwhile, people out there messing up their stuff, wrecking their vehicles and stuff, they still smiling. And it's people out there who's getting paid to do this job, and they not thankful for the job. Man, forget this job, man. They don't care about us. That may be true, but guess what? It pays your bill. It's going to help you pay for stuff on Thanksgiving. It's going to help you get them kids Christmas gifts. Suck it up. If you ain't going to quit, then be quiet and be thankful. Because somebody looking for a job, and not only are they looking for a job, they going to do it better than you. But something went wrong, and they did something dumb when they was younger, and nobody want to give them an opportunity. Be thankful you didn't put yourself in a position to not be able to be employed, because that is one of the most crooked systems in the world. The prison system. I'll touch on that later. But they punish you for what you did, right or wrong, and then when you get out, they tell you to do better. Let's say you went to prison for selling drugs, and that's all you ever knew. When you get out, now you got a felony on your record most likely, and most jobs ain't going to give you a second chance. Now, you was already a natural born hustler. That ain't going nowhere. Tell me how hard it's going to be for you not to sell drugs again when that's all you knew and you don't have a chance to get a job. It's so hard. Be thankful, because guess what? The fellas ain't the only one that can't get the job they want. You got people with master's degrees that can't get the job they want. So you mean to tell me if I live right, I still might not get the job I want? Yeah, you ain't got the job I want, but I can guarantee you that job you want comes with some problems that you ain't even thinking about right now. Be thankful for the lows. I've never been born where I'm born. Like I said, it humbled me. When I see stuff, I appreciate it differently. I don't believe if I came from a big city. Once again, if I came from a big city, I don't believe I appreciate it. But since I come from a small town, I just look at stuff differently. Like, man, this is truly beautiful. Ain't no skyline in Dillon County. Who cares? I still love Dillon County. Now, I may not be there all the time because I understand what that I need. I got stuff to do in Charlotte, but I love where I'm from. And don't leave where you from and be ashamed to tell people, because there's something in every town that's unique to that town and can't nobody take away from it. Even if it's the way you sound. I know, everybody want to pick at you for being country. To me, it's one of the most beautiful accents you can have. Every accent is beautiful. Every culture is beautiful. Be thankful. Be thankful that you're alive. That's the number one thing. As long as you breathing, whatever situation you in, you might be able to find a way out of it. But I can guarantee you, there's one way that I know for sure that you can't be thankful and you can't find a way out. And that's if you dead. Because a lot of us don't think about death, but death may be one of the things you should think about most. What is going to happen when I'm not here? It used to aggravate me when my mother would be like, what are you going to do when I'm not here? And I'm like, why is that on your mind? Well, that just makes her a real person, because she understands that it's inevitable. And she just want to live here as long as she can. Now, she don't want to leave me, just like I don't want her to leave. But it is one of the two possibilities in life. Being born and leaving here is the two most natural things in life. Because that is life. If your eyes open and you seen it, you experience life. So I need you to be thankful, because I think the stats say that like every 5 or 6 or 7 seconds, someone dies in this world. And you don't think about it because all we really think about is what's in front of us. But the world is hurting. We got to be thankful when we happy. You got to be thankful when you sad, when you mad, all that. Because I reached that point in life where I'm just thankful that you listen. The compliments started coming in, and to be honest, it gave me the energy to feel like I can keep going. I can do this forever. But I should have had that mindset when I first started. I got confidence, don't get me wrong, but I should have had that high level of confidence when I first started. But like I said, I'm humble, but even in being humble, you got to believe in yourself. Because see, Kendrick made the song Be Humble, and people think that now if they brag about themselves a little bit, they're not humble, they're going to get some karma. No, you're not. There's a big difference. If you're not doing nothing wrong, it is okay to talk about yourself. That's another thing. Be thankful that you did something to talk about. You ain't got to run it in. You ain't got to run it in the dirt, as my grandma would say. You ain't got to run it in the dirt. But be thankful that you got something to tell somebody about. Because people look at things like graduating high school like it's something simple. But I look at it like there's some people that dropped out that want to go back. Or there's some people that committed crimes as a juvenile. They went into the institution. They had to learn what they did was wrong. Or there's some people that's falsely blamed. They want that opportunity. Let me tell you, in going to school, the most hood, quote unquote, people, they tell you not to live like them. That's a reason why. They wish that their life was simple enough so they can do what you're doing, which is go to school, get an education. They don't want to live the life they're living because it comes with consequences. But see, some things are inevitable. Just be thankful. Be thankful every day you breathe. Be thankful if you got kids. Be thankful that they're in good health. Just be thankful that someone checks on you. Don't be inconsiderate. Check on them sometime. I know we got strong friends, but strongest people need to be checked on too. They check on you all the time when you hurt and you broke all the time. Why you can't check on them? That's another thing. If you got somebody in your life that you're not even treating right and they still find the energy to check on you and care about you and love you and you not even treating them right, I'm telling you, when them people are gone, that's the most hurtful thing that's going to happen to your life, because you just get so used to them, kind of like I was so used to my mama just buying me stuff. So when I got older and now I'm at my own place, the only way that's going to be something on my bed if I buy it myself. It ain't even fun no more. It ain't even fun no more going home looking at the bed as something I bought. But hey, I'm thankful for it. I made the money to be able to buy it. So, like I said, I wasn't going to talk to you long. Some of this may sound repetitive. I did it on purpose. I need you to understand that you have to be thankful for whatever you got. Just like I also need you to understand that life is a guarantee. Choices, it's up to you. God guarantees us a few things. Life is one of them. That's a guarantee. I gave you life. I also said that you are made in the likeness and the image of God. That doesn't mean you are God. That means you have a God essence. And you have the opportunity to play God in your life. But not only do you have the opportunity to play God in your life and your creation's life. Everyone have a blessed day. It's your boy Mo Williams. It's your favorite host. You know I'm doing the most, and you know I love to boast. Everybody be safe, be careful. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate all the love. I'm out.